Hello students, I am Madhura from CSE department. So I am going to handle the subject storage area network. The subject code is 17CS754. Let us start with the first module and refer the textbook named as Information Storage and Management for this particular subject. The edition of the subject, this textbook is second edition and it is by EMC Education Services, Relay Publications, and editors are Somasundaram, Gnanasundaram, Alok Srivastava. You can also refer one more website for reference, that is education.emc.com. So let us see what are the chapter objectives. So upon completion of this particular chapter, you will be able to describe who is creating the data and amount of data that is being created. So also you can describe the value of the data to the business and also list the solutions available for data storage. And also you can list and explain the core elements of the data center. And also one more question that is here is you can describe the storage evolution. The important question in this particular module is list and explain the core elements of data center. So that is very important question. And also storage evolution, how the storage has been evolved. So let us see introduction to information storage. So first we have to know what is an information. So information is the knowledge derived from the data. So first you should have the data, then only you can have the information. So if you're going to, for example, if you're going to a mall or a restaurant or if you're going to a grocery store, everywhere you see that the information is being created daily, is it? So we live in on command, on demand world, is it? So when we browse for some data or some information, we want that information immediately. It usually the customers don't want to wait for a long time, so they need the data immediately. So that is what we live in on command and on demand world. So information is being increasingly important in our daily lives. We have become more and more information dependent in our 21st century. So we access the internet every day to perform searches, participate in social networking, send and receive emails, share the pictures and videos. So equipped with growing number of content generating devices, more and more information is being created by the individuals than by the businesses. That means more and more information is being created by the individuals. That means by the people. The people are going to generate the data. That means they are going to generate the information than compared to the organizations. If you are seeing the information is generally created by the individuals. So the importance, dependency and volume of information for the business world also continues to grow at astounding rates. Is it? So if, for example, if you are browsing a Flipkart, Amazon, or if you are buying, booking a bus ticket, so everywhere there is increase in data. Daily there is an update in the data, the information. So it is a continuous process. So there always there is a continuous growth in the information that is being created. So there are some storage vendors. So for example, you want to buy a car. Say you want to buy a car. There are many variants of cars. Is it? So you may learn a Maruti car, but you may buy some other company's car that may be a Tata car. Right? So same way, there are many number of storage vendors. So the top storage vendors may be the EMC. HP is going to have its own storage vendor. It's a storage vendor. Hitachi you have, Oracle you have, Dell is also a storage vendor. Okay. So based on the company's interest, any company can buy one of the from one of the storage vendor. Maybe he may be interested in HP. He may go for HP for the storage. Right. So daily there is large number of data that is being created. So there should be the storage devices also to store all this information. So businesses depend on fast and reliable access to information critical to their success. So some of the business applications that process information includes airline reservations, telephone billing systems, e-commerce, ATMs, product designs, inventory management, email archives, web portals, patient records, credit cards, life sciences, and global capital markets. So what that means, businesses depend on fast and reliable access to information. And also it leads to success in their uh, particular business, is it? So what it means? So for example, you say you are going to create about 500 videos or 1000 videos in your YouTube channel. So that time your information or your video has to be secured, and also it has to be stored in some storage device, is it? Also at the same time it has to be optimized. So you, that means you have to manage your data. So that comes into your mind, is it? You also have to manage the data. So how do you manage this data? So the increasing criticality of information to the business has amplified the challenges in protecting and managing the data. So there comes the question how to manage all this data. So many of the many people are going to derive the data or the information daily, is it? They may create number of videos or number of photos are being uploaded to the websites. So how to protect this data and how to manage this data? So there should be some center that has to manage all this. So organization maintain one or more data centers to store and manage the information. So you need a data center to store all this information and also to manage the information. A data center is a facility that contains information storage and other physical information technology resources for computing, networking, and storing the information. So, you have the definition for a data center. The data center is a facility that contains information storage and other physical information technology resources for computing, networking, and storing the information. So now let us see what is an information storage. So before knowing information, you have to know what is a data. The data is a collection of raw facts from which conclusions may be drawn. So for example, you are getting the results, maybe 6 SEMs results are out. Okay, you say. So your marks are being entered in rows and columns. That's it. So later they are going to calculate the average and they are going to have the SGPs. Okay, SGPA. So maybe it may start from 6.5, okay, to 9.5 maybe. Okay, usually the students score between 6.5 and 10.5. So it may start. So when you arrange this data in an increasing manner, so you may get some information. Maybe what information you may get? Like who is the topper of the class? So you may conclude that using those data or marks, whatever you have got in 6th semester. sixth semester, you may conclude that this person, one student, is the topper of the class. Okay, that is the information you have derived. So, data is the collection of raw facts from which conclusions may be drawn. Okay, so information is nothing but the knowledge derived from the data. So, where you need to store this data, particular information? So, what is storage now? Storage is a repository that enables users to store and retrieve this digital data. So, there are a number of storage devices. So, you may have tapes. Tapes are generally not used now. In earlier days, tapes were used. So, you have CDs or disks, disk arrays you have. Okay, so these are the storage devices. So now let us see what are the examples of a data. So data can be in any form. So it can be in the form of printed book. Okay, a family photograph is also a data. A movie on videotape, or you say email message, ebook, bitmapped image, or digital movie. All these are examples of data. The data can be generated using a computer and stored in the form of zeros and ones. We can see that in this particular diagram, you can see whatever data that is being created. Maybe you say a movie. It's in the form of a MP3 format or anything it may be. So this movie is being converted to a digital data. So it is in the form of zeros and ones. Okay. So this is actually being stored in your computer. So digital data can be easily accessed by the user only after it is processed by a computer. Okay. A photo, for example, a digital photo you have. So that photo is also actually it is in the form of zeros and ones when it's being stored in the computer. For example, a book. Okay, you have a e-book actually, a printed book. So e-book is nothing but which you can read from your computer, is it? So this is also being it's represented in zeros and ones in your computer. Email, okay. The mail also can be converted to zeros and ones form. So the following is a list of some of the facts that have contributed to the growth of the digital data. So what are the factors? Increase in data processing capabilities. The modern day computers provided significant increase in processing and storage capabilities. So this enables the conversion of various types of content and media from conventional forms to the digital formats. So what example I can give you is, for example, you say you want to store a 50 page data. Okay. A 50 page of printed book you have, you want to store it. But how do you store? You can convert it into a PDF format or a Word format. So that a 50 page hard copy can be converted into a digital format and you can store it in your computer in a very easy manner. And also you can share it with your friends, is it? So processing speed is also increased because data that is also processed in a very faster manner. For example, if you enter any data in Excel sheet, you can calculate it in a very faster manner. Okay, any data. So that is one of the usage of having the data in the form of digital format. Another thing is the lower cost of digital storage. So technological advances and decrease in the cost of storage devices have provided low cost solutions and encouraged the development of less expensive data storage devices. So this cost benefit has increased the rate at which the data is being generated and stored. So for example, you say in previous days you were getting your mobiles in a very high cost. It was very higher rates, is it? So nowadays your smartphones are very easily you can buy it maybe 5,000 or 10,000. Between that only you get a good smartphones, is it? So it is a digital storage device which costs you very less. Also, for example, you say other devices like smartwatches. Okay, so that is also a storage device which is going to store maybe your BP, or you say your temperature. So if it is being connected to a particular hospital, that can be processed. So if you have a fever, there you can get an alert that you want to go for a hospital. So that is with a very low cost digital storage device, you can have higher benefits, is it? The next thing is affordable and faster communication technology. Rate of sharing the digital data is now very much faster than the traditional approaches. A handwritten letter may take a few weeks to reach your destination, whereas your emails may reach it in a very faster manner. So you have a very fast rate communication, is it? Or you say you can have a degree you can get online, is it? So that is in a very faster manner you can get a degree. Hmm? So it is affordable and faster communication technology, one of the benefit of digital data. And also proliferation of applications and smart devices. So smartphones, tablets and newer digital devices along with smart applications have significantly contributed to the generation of digital content. Okay, new digital devices, anything, it may be smartphones or your smartwatches or different kinds of digital devices you have. So, okay, so this also